Given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant.
Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to a brand new video on OPTV channel. Subscribe to, well, if you're not, I hope you do. I encourage you to do so because obviously I've got a lot more videos planned. I know I took a little bit of a break. Just want to, give you just an insight of why that was, and obviously because I know I didn't really sort of mention it as much. If you are following me on my Instagram, that is my main source of sort of social media that you can always contact me through, or via, if you want to, I don't know, just for whatever, any business queries, any, whatever. The main reason I took a break was I needed to get I wasn't feeling myself, if that makes sense. So I needed to get my stuff together. I needed to reevaluate and basically see what I thought was missing from the channel. And in those, I know you say obviously 3 months is a long time, and in that 3 months a lot has happened. I've been working around the clock, and obviously working on being a better version of myself for you guys, and obviously I hope you guys are enjoying all the content that I'm bringing you. Leave a like on the video down below. But yeah, that was just it was just a, I don't know how to say it, a break that was much needed with regards to me sorting the channel out, but also sorting myself out. So yeah, getting back into the video. Arsenal face Southampton tomorrow. We know Arsenal through to the next round of the Europa League as we beat Barté 3-0. I know I predicted 4-0, but obviously happy with the result nonetheless. Very professional performance, like I said in the video. All things were, having Mesut Ozil back, I believe, was a massive incentive, and obviously the players looked and performed more as a unit. So, that the boys did us proud. What more can I say? We move on to the next round where we face Rennes in France. So yeah, bit of a blow to the team as such. Obviously we face Rennes, but without Lacazette. I do believe we've got enough in the tank and enough to get past them over the 2 legs. I'll preview that as and when. I'll probably preview that actually shortly, just like a build up of whatever, but so stay tuned for that. There's going to be more videos that I'll link below on a separate channel to myself, or still me, but a separate channel where there's going to be just more YouTube videos coming out. So that's also another thing to look out for. But as I say, getting back into this video, Arsenal face Southampton at the Emirates, 2 o'clock kick-off, I believe, tomorrow. More of the same. I'd stick with the same 11. He probably won't, because obviously Unai Emery never really seems to stick with the same 11. I think from what we did see, obviously as for mentioned, Mesut Ozil did make a massive impact, and I genuinely think we are, and I'm probably not the only one, whether you guys like to admit it or not. I'd like to hear your voice, your points, your opinions and whatever in the comments below, so feel free to drop a like on the video and also your thoughts down below. But my opinion is solely my own view, and how things have been going over the season so far. I have been told, apparently my view is that I don't know a lot about football and whatever, so yeah, you can go suck a big fat one, whatever, but with that being said, I believe that we've got enough to beat Southampton. I think they are playing well, and yes, we will have to prepare ourselves mentally and emotionally for Shane Long and Charlie Austin to turn into a prime Didier Drogba and Zlatan Ibrahimovic, believe it or not, and then go on, after playing us, another 6-month goal drought. So work that one out. I don't really know. That's, it's a bit weird. It is a weird one. Like I said, I think we've got enough to beat them. I'm going to run through my lineup, my predicted lineup, which I would like to see. Again, like I said before, it's a predicted lineup which I would like to see myself. Feel free to leave yours in the comments down below, because obviously we may all agree, we may all disagree. It depends. Whatever you may see it, how I see it, I may see it how you see it. So that's the beauty of the comment section down below. But yeah, getting onto the lineup. Obviously, we know Czech has been our goalkeeper in the cups, so I don't believe he'll be given a start due to that fact. So I'm gonna, obviously, the only other goalkeeper we've got at the club, which is he's still learning, and he's still adjusting to the pace and the physicality of the Premier League. So I'm gonna hit you with Leno. I'm gonna, I think he's done more good than bad. Made us, I think, even though the table would say we are worse off than we were last year, but I think that we are worse off last year, or that from last year this year, that due to the fact that obviously we are going through transition, and yeah, that's, I'm not going to say it's acceptable, because it's not acceptable at all, but I don't know, it's just, yeah, I suppose the situation, it is acceptable. So Leno and goal, I'm going to hit you with Leno, and moving from right to left, like I did in the last video, I believe Maitland-Niles, which I would like to see as our right back, because I believe he offers a lot more going forward and also tracking back than Lichtsteiner. That's not taking anything away from Lichtsteiner, but I do believe if we do stand any chance of winning, I believe, I would like to see Lichtsteiner as a reserve, but Maitland-Niles as a start, because I believe, as I say, he offers a lot more going forward. So that being said, we'll move to the next position. Gonna hit you with Socrates, I believe, because he was brought on in the last game against Barté, so I believe he'll be in the starting lineup against Southampton. I believe, the fact that I've got to stop saying I believe. Well, right. Yeah, I think he's done more than enough this year to warrant a place in the starting lineup for games such as Southampton, and such as, like, the next game I think after is Bournemouth at home as well. But Socrates, partnering him, it's probably for many it's probably a toss up between Koscielny and Mustafi, but I'm going to go with Koscielny, due to the fact we do need experience in games like this, and obviously we need the leadership qualities of said Socrates and Koscielny, and I think both of them together will provide a more stable and steady professional job. Left back, the beast, the man mountain, that is Kolasinac. That it probably won't happen, but I think he's again another one that divides opinion through the fan base, and obviously there's a few people I've spoken to here and there that have said they're a fan. Some have said they're not a fan. I mean, it's your right to say whether you're a fan of players, whether you're not. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. Odds are most of us won't agree on various things, but in the midfield, I'm going to go with a defensive two. So effectively a 4-2-3-1, because even though you say that one striker at home is quite defensive, but I think we need more stability within the midfield. So I believe the two holding defenders or defensive midfielders would be a better option than rather playing like 5 or 3-2. So basically, do you know what I mean? The two I'm going to go with are Torreira. I think he's been one of the buys of the season. I think that he's obviously come in and made that position his own, which I think again might divide opinion. I don't know. I mean, as I said earlier on, would really appreciate it if you could leave your opinions down below, and obviously, yeah, I'll reply to as many as I can. So that's last video had 4 likes, and it was only like 4 likes, but it's my most liked video, believe it or not, up till now. And yeah, I would like to expand on that. So if you could drop a like on the video and drop a comment. Partner in Torreira in the midfield, I believe, because Emre seems to be more favouring him than anyone else. I believe that we will hopefully we'll see Guendouzi. I think again those two some say they don't work well together. Others say otherwise. And you know, others say they do. Some say they don't. I mean, I'm kind of in between because obviously we're not seeing any change from how Emre wants us to play, and that's sometimes it can be a little bit worrying because obviously it's you're like nearly 8-9 months into the job, and that should be enough time for you to at least instill part of your philosophy. I don't think he's had that time, partly because I think myself that he doesn't actually know his starting 11. I think he still, which I do like the fact that he isn't afraid to experiment. I think that, you know, it's really good that he's not, but I think, yeah, that's, I don't know, 9 months in, you'd expect to see just a little bit of change, and until then, I'm not saying I'm not backing the manager, don't get that twisted, because I know a lot of people have said that to me over the last sort of week or so, or last 2 weeks or so, and whatever, even in the last video, I did want to make sure that people knew I am backing the manager, but I just want to see a little bit more change. That's all. Like most of you guys, you know, if you do support Arsenal, great. If you don't, great. That's fine. You know, whatever. The channel is here for everyone, and yeah. I think 3 going on, like as I said, 4-2-3-1. So the 3 that I'd like supporting the 1 striker and supporting the 2 holding midfielders would be from left to right. I would like to see Denis Suarez playing on the left. I know like a lot of people will probably say, well, you know, he's not featured up until now. Well, then that is the perfect reason to include him. So I believe from left to right, Suarez in the middle, man like Mesut Ozil. You know, there isn't really. All I want to see is I want to see our best team always selected, and Emre should be doing that in order not only for himself to enhance his credentials as a manager, but also to keep the fans happy, because the fans happy make him happy, and that makes the world happy. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, from Suarez, Ozil, and I'd like to see Mkhitaryan, because I think Mkhitaryan played really, really well on Thursday, and I think that he's now showing us that he has got what it takes, which is, I believe it's a really, really good thing. I think that he's slowly coming into and showing us the skill that he possesses, along with those the other 2 in the kind of advanced roles. I believe that would be our best kind of supporting cast to the main man, Aubameyang, up front. I think I've gone with Aubameyang because I've always been a lover of Aubameyang myself, because that's just how I know that came out a little bit mad. Before you get it twisted, obviously you know I don't mean that, but I just mean like I've always been an admirer of his playing style. I think, you know, he's the closest thing without, I know the whole comparison thing is frowned upon within the fan base, but I think he's the closest thing we've got to Thierry Henry. I know we wanted it to be Walcott, but that never really transpired, so it's the fact, you know, obviously we are where we are. I think Aubameyang for me just shades Lacazette as such. That's not discrediting Lacazette by any stretch of the imagination. I think that, you know, it's just, for me, we're a lot more active when Aubameyang plays, and I think ideally, obviously, I'd like to see both of them play. And who knows, this lineup will probably not be in any way, shape, or form at all, right? Again, it's only my humble opinion. Scoreline-wise, I believe that I think we should and we will win. I think it will be hard, as for mentioned, Charlie Austin and Shane Long. They're going to obviously do the biannual that, you know, they're going to turn into absolute superstars, and they will probably rip us a new one. But I'm going to go with Arsenal to win 3-1. I think possibly, you know what? Yeah, Arsenal to win 3-1. Aubameyang hat-trick. You heard it here first. Leave your comments, opinions, scorelines, lineups, everything we covered in the description below, in the comments below. Oh my god, right. Yeah, I'm going to end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys later.